Once you have a strong set of morals, you will see nobody in the world is all right. If nobody in the world is okay, you have a psychological problem. We are not doing enough to stir up humanity in a human being. We are trying to fix it with morality, and it's never worked. Once you start thinking, this is the right thing, and somebody else thinks that is the right thing, there is going to be a conflict and a constant conflict. Morality is a big circus. Those people who are 100% correct in their morals, one thing that's happening with them is nobody wants to be around them. So virtue is not about practicing a certain morality. The greatest virtue is that you are in tune with life. You have become life.
What is morality? Morality refers to the standards of society in identifying what is wrong and right. Previous research indicated that everybody follows certain moral principles consistently. However, a new study reveals that a person's moral principles can vary with the situation. Is the reality an advantage for human life or not?
See, morality. Morality has become an important thing in the society because people have forsaken their humanity. If your humanity was alive and active, you would not need any morality. People have put their humanity to sleep and trying to behave like human beings with morality, and it's not working, because everybody will come up with his own morality. And your kind of morality and another person's kind of morality is at war all the time. What is right and wrong, if you open this debate, you will end up with a fight, even within your family, believe me. Fight is inevitable because no two people can agree on what is right and wrong. And it's never been settled ever because no such thing exists. Instead of trying to be right, why don't people try to be sensible? We need some sense in the planet. These righteous people are always a trouble. Once you have a strong set of morals, you will see nobody in the world is all right. If nobody in the world is okay, you have a psychological problem. The first sign of psychological imbalance is you start thinking nobody is okay. So morality is just that, it's a first step towards insanity. These are substitutes for humanity. Why is it? Our education systems, our social mechanisms, we are not doing enough to stir up humanity in a human being. We are trying to fix it with morality, and it's never worked. Once you start thinking, what is the right thing to do in my profession, you will also think what is the right thing to do on all levels of life, isn't it? Once you start thinking, this is the right thing, and somebody else thinks that is the right thing, there is going to be a conflict and a constant conflict. If you stir up the humanity within you, you will do the most sensible thing that's needed for that moment, and that's all that matters, that your actions are in context with the realities in which you exist. So what is the most sensible thing to do? What brings well-being to you and everybody around you? This is all one needs to look at constantly. Is there some way to fix it? There is no way to fix it. We have to be alive to it. We have to be alive to it every moment, and as the context changes, what we do has to change.
A Gallup poll found that 50% of Americans considered their country poor in moral values, by far the highest number to date. When a society reaches this point, should it be a cause for concern?
Morality is a big circus. Being moralistic means, to be in morality means you are in pretension of spirituality. What should have naturally occurred, you are trying to act it out. If you were a flower that blossomed, fragrance would naturally come. Because you're a plastic flower, now you're trying to spray. Human mind, because it wants to fix one thing, it invents too many things. because one fundamental ingredient is missing. Instead of getting to it, it tries to invent so many things. Various types of moralities, various ideas of virtue and sin. All these things have been invented by human mind just to fill that one slot which has not been filled, that is, to be in connection with the divine which is throbbing within us. Because that one thing is missing, we are trying to make it up with so many things. I'm sure each individual have his own sense of what is virtue and what is sin, of course according to his convenience. No? Ideas of morality, ideas of virtue and sin are twisting and turning, isn't it? Whichever way it's convenient for today, accordingly we'll twist it. And always there's a debate as to which is virtue and which is sin. All this is just a circus that the mind is doing. Those people who are 100% correct in their morals, one thing that's happening with them is nobody wants to be around them. They don't mind being around somebody who is immoral, but they want somebody lively, isn't it? Totally moral and lifeless, nobody wants to be with them. Because this idea of what is morality, what is virtue, what is sin, is essentially coming in comparison with somebody else. How do I come to a conclusion that I'm a good man? He is not okay. Yes? Not okay. She is not okay, he is not okay, she is not okay, he is not okay, he is not okay, he is not okay. Compared to all these people, I am a good man. If I do not make any judgments about any of these people, then there is no basis for me to call myself a good man or a bad man. The more good you think you are, the more you will find nobody is okay. Have you noticed this? People who think they are very good, in their eyes nobody is okay. The first sign of psychological disorder is you start thinking nobody is okay. Do you know this? Even medically, the first sign of psychological disorder is you start thinking nobody is okay. If nobody is okay, it is a clear case of madness. It is not a question of morality or virtue. So virtue is not about practicing a certain morality. The greatest virtue is that you are in tune with life. You have become life. Am I not life? No. You become too much mind. You become too much emotion. You are not life. And when I say you become too much mind, the content of your mind is not yours. If you carefully watch your mind, you will see your father is sitting here, your mother is sitting there, your teacher here, your friend somewhere else, your enemy somewhere else. Just a whole crowd of people sitting inside and doing crazy things. Yes? If you carry a crowd of people in your head, the chances of you being conscious are super remote. So the whole process, the spiritual process, is about shifting from being a mental activity to being a life process. Are you a life with a mind, or you a mind with life attached? Let's decide this. Huh? Are you a life with some mental capabilities, or are you a mind with a little bit of life attached? You're alive, isn't it? I want you to understand, life can get poisoned simply because you have a wrong thought, or a wrong emotion, or a wrong idea, or a wrong philosophy for yourself. So how do you know a particular thought is wrong or right? How do you know a particular philosophy is wrong or right? You do not know. The only way to find out whether something is poisonous enough or not is to drink it and see. After that we will know, you will not know. Yes, we will know it works, you will not know. So what works and what doesn't work, if you find out like this, it's going to be very expensive. The best thing is to allow the intelligence of the life to function, not take in inputs from too many people and too many things. The moment you get hungry, you may pounce on the person next to you and start eating him or her. Possible. If you sit here just as a body, it is possible. If you sit here just as a mind, it is very much possible, depending upon what kind of content you have taken into your mind. Accordingly, you may do so many things. But if you sit here and reverberate as just life, the question of harming another life will never occur to you. If you are here as a piece of life, if you throb as life, you will see you will not need any morality, you will not need any teaching, you will not need virtuous input into you. If you sit here, you're perfectly fine. What this life has to do, you will anyway do. What it should not do, you will anyway not do. And if you reverberate as a piece of life, you will clearly know that your life is not individual, it is connected with everything in the universe. There is no way you can miss that point. Only if you're too engaged in your head or too involved in your body, you will be a separate happening. If your involvement is with the life process, not with the physical process, not with the psychological process, if you're not identified too much with the physical process and the psychological process, if you're simply sitting here as a life process, you cannot miss the point that there are no borders for your life process. It is happening from everywhere.
Therefore, it is crucial to understand that more than perceiving morality, we must strive for humanity in the decisions we make in our lives. More than adhering to the standards of society, we must identify the right criteria in enriching the quality of our life and the impact it brings to others. By doing this, we are living the life process. Learn more about living the life process by clicking on the video displayed above. Let us know which ideas helped you the most by leaving us a comment. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more meaningful videos like this. Thanks for watching.